Welcome to podcasts, recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcast, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
Yes, the Friends Band. Good morning, everybody. It is it's February. Can you believe it? It's February. It's a brand new month, and we have brand new congregation songs. So I invite you to stand as you are able. And this is Holy, Holy Way. The words are in your bulletins, but it's really a call and response, so you can just follow along easy peasy. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me know that love is all around.
Let me know that love is all around.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Oh, let me walk each day a little wiser.
Let me walk each day a little wiser.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, good morning. I'm Reverend Bridget McCann. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the Senior Minister and Spiritual Director here at Portland Center for Spiritual Living, and it's so good to welcome you into this safe, welcoming, and sacred space. I want to light a candle this morning in memory of the 67 lives lost on the tragic plane crash in D.C. as we light this candle, we remember and honor the light that each one of those 67 hearts brought to the world, to their families, to their friends, to their co-workers, to their communities, to their loved ones. And we hold in our hearts in prayer today all of their loved ones, knowing that the peace and love of the one life is present right where they are. And we just take a breath and stand in silence for a second in honor of them and in support of their loved ones. Thank you. And at this time, I'll turn it over to our prayer partner, Sean Larkin, with some announcements and then our opening prayer.
Thank you, Reverend Bridget. Yes, my name is Sean Larkin. My pronouns are he, him, and I serve as a licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland. Please know with me that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. A special welcome to anyone who may be with us for the first time, in person or in our virtual community space. If you are visiting us in person, there are welcome packets on the back table. They look just like this. The same packet of information is available for our global community on our website, cslportland.org. Under the About Us menu tab, you can find a downloadable PDF of this same newcomer's packet. Both contain information about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you on your spiritual journey. And if you like, you're welcome to ask questions of our minister, Reverend Bridget, in person after the service or via email, and you can find that on the website. On our website, furthermore, you can sign up for weekly emails that detail our events, register for classes, and even get a free gift on your birthday, a complimentary session with one of our licensed practitioners. Just a quick reminder at this time to please silence your cell phones or any other electronic devices if you haven't done so already. Please give it a second check as I share today's announcements and we move through the rest of our service. First and foremost, after service today, our teen group is hosting a love offering potluck of soup and salad. All donations go to the PCSL Teen Program Activity Fund. This week's Wednesday night meditation is focused on the Season for Peace and Nonviolence theme for that day, which is education. Retired practitioner Kathy Batten is facilitating. This will be 7 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday. The Zoom link is on our website. We are hosting a virtual community visioning on Zoom for our sanctuary beatification process, which is a fancy way of saying we want to make it look even more pretty and we want to give it some freshness. And I believe after beatification comes sainthood, so we'll be applying for that later. There's a little Catholic joke for you. Yes, this will be... But you know, it's about co-creating the space, and we have such an influx of new people. We want to give all of you a space to say, you know what, actually, I think this would be a fun way to do it. So we hope you can join us. That's going to be Monday, February 10th, so a week from tomorrow. That'll be 6 to 8 p.m. Again, the Zoom link is on the website. We hope you can join us. Okay, we are having a movie watch party for Backs Against the Wall, the Howard Thurman story. If you're not familiar with Howard Thurman, he was a spiritual advisor to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., amongst others, a very, very profound spiritual teacher. His book is actually at my bedside. So this is serving as a kickoff for our series of group events for the Nonviolence as a Spiritual Path. This movie is going to be Sunday, February 16th after service in the sanctuary and on the Facebook live stream. There's going to be a potluck in person with the movie to follow. So we hope you can join us for some fun and some very meaningful spiritual education with our community and Mr. Howard Thurman, very profound mystic. Registration is still open for participating in one of these small groups about spirituality as nonviolence as a spiritual path. The link is on the website for sign up, and just for clarity, this sign up is to join one of the groups. Registering to host a group has already closed, but there is space available for these small groups that are going to be meeting, engaging material prepared by Reverend Bridget, and then really just having some community space to have a deep, meaningful dialogue about what it means to practice nonviolence at the spiritual level. So we hope you can join us. Again, on the website is a link to sign up for that, and the deadline for sign up is Friday, February 21st. All right, today's licensed practitioners, Nadine Moeller and Annette Bolster, are serving on High Watch, holding a sacred container of consciousness in the sanctuary and for our spiritual community participating virtually. Thank you for your service. Today, our special music features our music director, Lauri Jones. Backed by our wonderful Friends Band. Thank you so much for practicing the spiritual principle of harmony. It is essential to our community. Today's message, With Ease and Grace, is by our head minister, Reverend Bridget McCann. Please join me in welcoming them. And last but not least, my favorite announcement. Beauty is a spiritual principle, and our community member, Kat Jacobs, has blessed us with this beautiful flower arrangement. Thank you so much. If your heart starts to get heavy during service, that's okay. It's an opportunity for release. Look at these flowers and know that your ability to recognize the beauty in them means that that beauty is already in you. All right, friends, deep breath. That was a lot of words. Now I invite you to sit back and relax, because I know that somewhere between this beautiful spiritual community, the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart came to receive.
So just taking a big collective breath and inviting Spirit to flow through each and every one of us, and together as a beloved community, the stillness, the love. Let it be. Peace, 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 be still. Peace, oh peace, be still. Peace, 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 be still. Peace, oh peace, be still. Peace, peace, peace be now. Peace, oh peace be now. Peace, peace, peace be now. Peace, oh peace be now. Peace, peace, peace be ours. Peace, oh peace be ours. Peace, peace, peace be ours. Peace, oh peace be ours. Peace, peace, peace be still. Peace, oh peace be still. Peace, peace, peace be still. Peace, oh peace be still. Peace, oh peace, be still.
stillness, I know that I am one with all peace. That peace is light, it is love, it is truth, it is that energy that gives life to all things. It is all things. It is this one thing called spirit. I know that I'm a part of it. I know that each being hearing this prayer is a part of it. We are all one in the peace of spirit. And in this stillness of peace, there is infinite grace and effortless action that flows outward from within into the world that is good, because it is the grace and peace of the oneness flowing within and through each one of us. And I know that this is good because it is of source, that one truth that flows through each one of us. With great gratitude, I release this prayer, knowing that it is done. And together we say, and so it is. Now I invite you to relax and go within to that space where peace is and grace flows, and witness the blossoming of consciousness and love within you.
A time when we get to recognize, listen, hear, and celebrate not only Black history, but Black voices and Black experiences. To help us kick this off, we have a special person here. Cameron Witten, would you please come up? Cameron is going to share some of his original poetry with us to kick off Black History Month for us. And I'm going to add, oh, you can, like. So at the age of 18, Cameron Witten, all pronouns are welcomed by Cameron. Cameron worked themselves out of youth homelessness in Portland and has spent over a decade giving back to the same community that was here when they needed it most. Cameron has been a leader in several movements for positive social change and has served as the executive director for nonprofits such as Know Your City and Q Center. Cameron is currently the founder and CEO of the healing justice nonprofit Brown Hope and co-founder of the Black Resilience Fund. Cameron is excited to be launching a new healing and social justice inspired podcast, Heal Yeah. That's good. So just a tiny, tiny, tiny taste of the poetry he's about to share with us. Anyways, that podcast is anticipated to be launched spring of this year. Please welcome one of our community members that I'm so happy to have on the platform with us today, Cameron.
That has to be the most applauded bio I've ever heard, y'all. Heal yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, this feels good. And I'm happy to be here. Happy Black History Month. Woo! So, quick historical piece. Black History Month has been commemorated and celebrated in the United States since 1976. Wow. Yes, yes. It's beautiful. We should applaud it. And no matter what's happening in Washington, D.C., we are continuing to celebrate and honor our Black ancestors, our Black leaders, and the Black communities that are thriving and living today. And so I just want to thank Rev. Bridget and all the folks who invited me to be here today to help the Center for Spiritual Living kick off Black History Month. And so I'm going to share a poem, but I also want to share with you an invitation. We have a whole month to bask and be immersed in Black history and the Black communities that live here locally. And so I want to give a shout out to some of the organizations that are having special programming for Black History Month this year. First, I'll start with Brown Hope. We have an online virtual webinar for Oregon Black History called The Hidden History of Black Oregon. Will be Wednesday night on the 19th of this month. We have other organizations as well who have a lot of programming this month for Black History Month, including Oregon Historical Society, the Oregon Black Pioneers. There is also the Cascade Festival of African Films, and then also the Northwest Black Comedy Festival. That's also this month. Yeah, so there's that and more, many opportunities. If you want to learn more, I'll make a sign-up sheet at the end of the service for Brown Hope's newsletter, and we'll be sharing later this week all the different Black History Month events that we know about. And so with that, I'm going to kick it off with this poem that I wrote in 2021 for the greatest love of my life, which is Brown Hope. We are a racial justice nonprofit based here in Portland, and thanks to the generous support of this community, we have served probably over 20,000 Black, Brown, Indigenous people since 2018, and we have distributed over $7 million as reparations and direct financial aid for our community members. And so this is the poem that I wrote for Brown Hope's 3-year anniversary back in 2021. So now it's 7 years, but some people get confused because it says 3 years multiple times the poems. This was written in 2021. All right, so here it goes. Dear Brown Hope, happy anniversary. On this day, 3 years ago, you were born, and you changed my life forever. It's a little strange to write you a love letter. You're not quite what I would call human, but I acknowledge that your organs grant life in the same ways as do mine. Your eyes are the mission, trained on the vision of justice and healing that we hunger for. Your hands are the programs from Power Hour and Black Resilience Fund to healing initiatives coming together to pull the levers of change. Your heart is the people. Our combined talents and resources and experiences pump potential into collective power. Since your first breath, you've defied any prediction. With no hint of iron on your tongue, you said with pride that your favorite odds are the impossible ones. Like magic, you transformed setbacks into springboards, and in just 3 years, went from crawl to walk to dance, never giving challenge permission to slow you. But most importantly, you delivered on the promise of your name. You gave hope. Hope that we will be free to love our beautiful brown skin and for the world to love it too. Hope that we learn from the peril and pain of the injustices we've survived and breathe into the wonder of what can and must be. Hope that our history is not just our wounded past, but the change we live out today. Our radical story of hope has been heard around the world, from France, China, Brazil, Egypt, and beyond. It has made the tiny stand taller and warriors to weep. But to be selfish, I am most grateful that a queer Black street kid found healing, found community, found a life worth living, found these in the very same city and state that once said, Negroes don't belong here. poetic proof that we can and will rewrite history. Hope does not happen by accident. It is an act of radical intention. It is a burst of vision and determination. It is the sun rising above an ocean of fear, ignorance, and brokenness. Because of the hope you have inspired, I know and believe that we are the ultimate love of our ancestors, that their blood and sacrifices and dreams became our tailwind so that we can climb mountains, so that we can cross valleys, so that we can catch the stars. So, my dear brown hope, celebrate this birthday. The next 3 years will be limited only by the courage of our imaginations. I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you for sharing your talent, your heart, your perseverance, your story, and your voice with us. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Cameron, as he mentioned, he's going to share, if you would like, some Black History events happening here in Portland. He's already sent me a list of them. I have gone through them, and once I pick what I would like to go to and am able to go to, I'll actually probably send an email and invite you to join me so we can celebrate Black history together. All right. Back to our music team.
Thank you, Cameron. Where did he go? For that inspiration for this song, too. You're broken down and tired of living life on this merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out and move mountains. We're gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, oh, for you. When the silence isn't quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take this world to its feet and move mountains. We'll bring it to its feet and move I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up. I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, oh, for you. All we need is hope, and for that we have each other. Yes, for that we have each other. Oh, we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up in spite of the ache. I will rise up, I will rise 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up high like the waves. We'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you. We will rise up, together we will rise up.
Oh, thank you, Lauri and the band, everybody, thank you. Wow, we are off to a powerful start. Does it ever feel like life is just a little too difficult? Right? Like we've been thrown out here and said, okay, go have a life. There's no instruction manual. Right? We have to learn as we go. We stumble and fall. We rise up. We learn a little more. We fall down. We rise up again. We learn from that school of hard knocks that seems to be a universal principle for all humans. And then just when we think we maybe have it a little figured out, life hands us another curveball, and we're thrown for a loop again. Maybe it's the loss of a job, loss of a loved one, good friends moving away, broken relationships, national or world events that leave us confused, worried, even angry. And sometimes we just don't know what to do. Here, as a Center for Spiritual Living, though, we know that we have the power to co-create our lives. I just talked about that quite a bit last month. It's one of those back to basic principles, this power to use affirmative prayer to change our consciousness and change our lives. And we're very good at this. We do this a lot because we know we can name and claim what we desire in our lives and for our communities and for our families. We claim it, we use affirmative prayer, and in affirmative prayer we're taught that we should be very clear on the what and leave the how to spirit, right? But then because we can't help ourselves, we go, well, maybe I'll give God just a little bit of instruction on the how I would like it to come to be. I name and claim my good, and I know that it comes about with ease and grace. We hear it a lot. And then we release our prayer to the creative medium, we let it go, and we even say, I let go and I let God. And then, when life delivers to us the very thing we asked for, we take a look at it and go, oh no, that is too hard. That cannot be the right answer. That cannot be the right path. That's going to take a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of money. That's going to create a whole bunch of commotion in my life. I don't think it's supposed to be this way. I don't think Spirit would hand me something this difficult. This is not ease and grace. So I'll wait for a different answer. But what if the difficult thing is exactly the right thing? What if it's not supposed to always be with ease and grace? Ernest Holmes wrote this about grace. Grace is the givingness of spirit to its creation, and is not a special law, but a specialized one. In other words, grace is, but we need to recognize it. It is not something God imposed upon us, but is the logical result of the correct acceptance of life and a correct relationship to the Spirit. Or, as Reverend Nadia Bowes-Weber puts it, she's a Lutheran minister and based out of Denver. She says, grace is those times when God taps you on the shoulder and says, pay attention, this is for you. I like that definition, frankly, a lot better. I can relate to it better. Pay attention, this is for you. So really, I have no problem with the concept of grace. After all, grace is simply recognizing and accepting what Spirit has for us, or what Spirit has specialized for us, as Ernest Holmes put it. I sometimes have a problem with the ease part. If by ease we mean easy in nature, without discomfort, without difficulty. Again, from Ernest Holmes, he wrote, divine intelligence working through me always knows just what I need and always supplies it when I need it. So yes, if we believe that the divine intelligence gives us just what we need when we need it, then maybe sometimes the difficult thing is the exact thing we need. We're in the Pacific Northwest. We know a lot about salmon, right? Salmon, when they're going upstream to spawn, they do not stay in the calm, easy water, because the calm, still water takes them nowhere. It's only when the salmon is willing to jump into the rough water, the rapids, that it is able to make progress and achieve its destination and its goal. It must take the rough water, and it does so willingly and without question, because the easy water gets it nowhere. And sometimes we need the way of the salmon. Sometimes we need the rough waters. Of course, we are at choice. We can jump into the rough waters and take the difficult path when we know it's the right path, or we can stay in the calm, still waters. After all, it's pretty cozy there. It's pretty comfortable. There's not a lot of commotion here. kind of like it here. It served me well so far, maybe I'll stay here. But here we need to caution against spiritual bypass, which can look like what I hinted at earlier. Well, that's really difficult, so that just can't be the right way. That can't be the path I'm meant to take. So I'm going to look for an easier way. Spirit would never do me like that, right? But this can be an excuse to avoid challenges, to avoid growth, to avoid healing. Maybe it's because we doubt our abilities, we doubt our strengths, we doubt our worthiness. Or it can be an excuse to play small and not live up to our full magnificence. Maybe we're afraid of success. If I do that, if I go that way and do the difficult thing, I will have to live it. I will have to be it. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I can do that. That might create too many expectations on me. So maybe I won't do it. But here's the thing. We can do hard things. Some of you have heard me say that many times already. We can do hard things. We can use our discernment and ask, is that really my path? And if the answer is yes, we can go ahead and do it, even if it looks difficult. And another thing, when we see the difficult path and we say, yes, I know that's my path, I'm going to do it, I can do it, and we surrender to it, something magical happens. The difficult thing becomes the easy difficult thing. When we have surrendered to the Spirit, when we have said, yes, I will do that, show me the way, then we are showing the way. And everything we need to do it is given us as we need it, when we need it. The difficult becomes the easy difficult. When we've surrendered, we assume this posture of ease, so it feels like ease in the midst of something that is not easy. So we need to know and remember that if Spirit has shown you a difficult path, you must have what it takes to do it. And you will have what it takes to do it when and as you need it. Bishop Carlton Pearson, one of my spiritual superheroes, jumped into some incredibly difficult waters and did an extremely difficult thing because he knew it was the right thing to do and the right thing for him to do. Bishop Pearson was an evangelical pastor in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the early 90s. He had a very large congregation with regular attendance, over 6,000 every Sunday. Can you imagine? He was the heir apparent to Oral Roberts and that religious dynasty. And then in 1994, he was watching news accounts of the genocide in Rwanda. And he thought, well, when he saw that suffering and the number of people being killed, he thought, well, according to what I have been taught my whole life and what I've been preaching my entire many years of ministry, all those people are going to hell because they have not been saved in Jesus Christ. And then his immediate next thought was, why would a loving God do that? And he had what he came to call an epiphany from God. We are all already saved and there is no hell. Yeah. Right? So, of course, this upended his entire theology, his entire ministry. It became a bit of a crisis of faith, but he didn't walk away from it. He sat with it for a long time, lots of soul searching, and he decided to study the parts of the Bible that he had not previously been taught or preached. And he became even more sure of his conviction that no one needs saving and there is no hell. So he started preaching from this new understanding in his church of over 6,000 evangelical Christians. And he lost nearly everything. All but a couple hundred congregants left him. He lost the beautiful large building that his church had been housed in. He lost it to foreclosure, I believe. He lost his friends, his income, his home, his ministerial colleagues, and he lost the support of his great friend and mentor, Oral Roberts, who denounced him. Bishop Pearson started preaching what he came to eventually call the gospel of inclusion. And he even was so bold as to accept those in the LGBTQ plus community. Eventually, in 2004, he was declared a heretic by the Joint College of African American Pentecostal Bishops. He did rebuild his ministry based on that gospel of inclusion. He even went on to serve in a New Thought church in Chicago for a while. Bishop Pearson made his transition to the next realm in 2023, having never looked back, having never doubted that he made the right decision, that he had followed the path that was meant for him. Bishop Pearson's path was not easy, and he knew it would not be, but he did it anyway. Our spiritual leader for Centers for Spiritual Living, Reverend Dr. Sonny Cantrell Smith, recently reminded us of the need to walk the difficult path. On January 20th, she participated in an interfaith prayer service in Memphis, Tennessee called For Such a Time as This. Dr. Sonny, in her remarks, said, quote, "To be prophetic is to speak truth to power. It is to call out the disparities and injustices that hinder the flourishing of all people. Beloveds, the work we have ahead of us is not easy, but it is holy." These past 2 weeks, we have heard from this administration heightened maligning, vilifying, and even scapegoating large segments of our one human family. Women, immigrants, refugees, people of color, those of us, and myself included, who are part of the LGBTQ community, and those with disabilities of all sorts. It has even been attempts to deny our existence and to erase us. All these groups are represented right here in this community. But in this spiritual community, we know the truth, that the great Creator's beauty and intelligence expresses through and as the very diversity that some would erase. As a CSL minister, I took an oath to teach and stand for our Declaration of Principles. And on July 14th, right here in this sanctuary, I took an oath, just over 6 months ago, on July 14th, during the installation ceremony, where I accepted you and you accepted me. I again committed myself to those principles as your senior minister and spiritual director. Our board of directors and practitioners committed to those principles. You, our members, committed to our vision, a world that works for everyone. Those principles on which we stand can be summed up as we are one, with each other and with and in the one Spirit. And all people are of the divine and possessed of inherent dignity. Up to now, taking this path has maybe been pretty easy. I cannot give you that same guarantee going forward. Our path forward as a spiritually minded and true-speaking community might not be easy work, but it is holy work. Difficult, holy work from which we will not turn away. We will not stay in the smooth, comfortable, easy waters. We will jump into the rough waters and hold fast to our vision of a world that works for everyone. And this is holy work into which we invite everyone across the political spectrum. Because standing for the divinity and dignity of all people is not a political act. It is an act of love in which we can all participate while still having our political differences. And for those who disagree with us, that's okay. We love you, and you are welcome here. And know that this is where we stand. We will not compromise our principles or our vision. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, said we must be for something and against nothing. We are for a world that works for everyone, and we are against no one. You are welcome here. Portland Center for Spiritual Living, we are the answer to our own prayers. We know where we stand. That stand might be difficult, but we can do difficult things. We must, and the time is now. We're in this together. And now, as we move into prayer, I invite anyone who would like to stand for our principles and our vision as we pray together. There is one life, one power, one presence, one love back of all creation. It is the only thing going on in the universe. It is the only thing that ever has, is now, or ever will happen in the universe. It is the love, the peace, the strength, the power of all life. It is in me. It is in everyone within the sound of my voice, and it is the truth of all human beings. And for that we stand. For that truth we know is a truth that cannot be shaken. And I simply give thanks for this high truth and for the power and courage and strength of this community. I know it is good. I know it is done. I release it because it's already done in the heart and the mind of the one Spirit, because it is the truth. And so it is. So it is. Would you hand me that water, please? Thank you. I had no idea I would give that talk this soon in my time with you, but so it is. It is the way it is. And now is the time for our sacred giving, our sacred offering. A time when we joyfully and beautifully share our financial gifts with the spiritual community for just that, for our holy work, so we can continue to be a welcoming space for all peoples, here in our physical space and in our virtual community space. Our ushers have come forward. In a moment, they'll pass the baskets to collect your gifts. There are envelopes behind in the seat backs. You can also go to cslportland.org and share your gifts at any time. We are grateful for all gifts, financial and of time and talents, which many people have shared with us today. Please stand, okay, let's accept and bless our offering together as call and response. I bless these sacred gifts.
I bless these sacred gifts.
Given graciously with love.
Given graciously with love.
These gifts bless.
These gifts bless.
Heal and prosper.
Heal and prosper.
All that they touch.
All that they touch.
In giving.
In giving.
I'm grateful to be richly.
I'm grateful to be richly.
Lavishly.
Lavishly.
And abundantly blessed.
And abundantly blessed.
And so it is.
And so it is.
There's always gonna be some canyon in the way. There's always gonna be a river I cannot cross. Somewhere along this path that's chosen me, I know I'm gonna fall down, feel lost, feel weak. But wherever it leads, no one said this would ever be easy, my love. But I will be by your side when the impossible rises up. We will travel this life well worn, no matter the cost, no matter how long. We will leave our footprints behind and carry on, carry on, carry on, carry on, yeah. Some will write you off before you even start. Some will say the journey's just too hard. Yeah, somewhere between right here and the other side, there will be fear and doubt in the deep dark night. Oh, but we will survive. Yeah, no one said this would ever be easy, my loves. But I will be by your side when the impossible rises up. We will travel this life well worn, no matter the cost, no matter how long. We will leave our footprints behind and carry on, carry on, we'll carry on, we'll carry on. Yeah. We may fall behind, lose miles along this road. We will be all right. I will never, never let you go. No one said this would ever be easy, my loves. But I will be by your side when the impossible rises up. Yeah, we will travel this life well worn, no matter the cost, no matter how long. We will leave our footprints behind and carry on. Yeah, we'll carry on. We'll carry on. Carry on.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So, one way we're going to walk this path is by being anchored in the spiritual principle and way of nonviolence. So I do encourage you to sign up for the small groups, because you know nonviolence is about a lot more than just not acting in a physically violent way. It also has to do with nonviolence in our thoughts and our beliefs and our words. So please sign up for the nonviolence groups. And on February 16th, we'll kind of have a kickoff event for that, as Sean mentioned, with the talk that day. I'll be speaking about nonviolence, and then the movie, or then the potluck in our movie. And I will email you about some Black History Month events that you can join me in. If you are going through any kind of challenge, you could use some lifting up, or something's going really well and you want to give thanks. We have our practitioner prayer partners here in the sanctuary in the front for short prayers. We also have prayer available for those joining us in our virtual space, in our Zoom prayer room. The link is, or has been, or will be this instant, posted in the comment section of the Facebook Live. You can click on that link and you'll be taken to a Zoom room where somebody will greet you. And then if you need or want prayer, they'll put you in a breakout room with a practitioner where you too can have prayer right now. And that Zoom room will stay open for as long as needed. And of course, anyone and everyone can submit a prayer request online at cslportland.org. All the prayer requests are shared with our prayer team, our licensed practitioners and our ministers, and it is our privilege to pray for you throughout the week. Now please stand as you are able for our call and response benediction. Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
Something wonderful is flowing through me right now.
It is this thing called life.
It is this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
Life is in all my affairs.
Life is in all my affairs.
I think it.
I think it.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
Just the way that I am.
Just the way that I am.
And just the way that I am not.
And just the way that I am not.
So know with me that you are never alone, that the divine presence of love is within you always, and this is the truth for every human being, that divine love exists in all of us. Anytime during the day or night, if forgetfulness comes upon you, simply go within and remember that you are loved. And so it is.
And so it is.
So I invite you to stay where you are
Yes.
and join us in our closing song for February. There is only love. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. And so it is. Have a blessed day.
We hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Our inspirational service is at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our podcast listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are in your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.